are so many things I don't care about. The Amazing Digital Circus, the FNAF movies, and a lot more. So let's find out my 5 things I don't care about. Potentially 6, I don't know. The first thing being Gameoverse, or however you say it. Game Oververse, however the f you say it. This part's going to be quite short and sweet because this is only the pilot. I'm sure the series will get better as the series progresses. But why are some people treating this like this was the next best thing since sliced bread? It was in development hell for like 12 years. Look, I get that, but there's still stuff you can criticize about it. For my first criticism, I thought the jokes didn't land here and there. And I feel like the plot for this show isn't quite original because I feel like I've seen this plot for shows beforehand. But overall, as more episodes come out, I think the show will come out great. But anyways, going to move on to the next thing I don't really care about. And number 2 is the Amazing Digital Circus. Again, another show from Glitch. And the thing that's just been added to Fortnite. But remember guys, they're still indie, right? Even though their shows have been added to Prime Video, Netflix, and more recently, Fortnite! Yeah, so indie, am I right? Yeah, this show really never captivated my interest. I only watched like the first 2 episodes and was like, yeah, this is not for me. And also, am I the only one that finds this show a little bit overrated? Because everywhere I go on the internet, I hear, this show's so good, this show's amazing. Even though when I watch the episode, I'm like, okay, this is fine. But why is everyone treating this like this is the greatest thing since sliced bread? And also the fandom, like, wow, that fandom is crazy. Hopefully they don't find this video, am I right? They found it, didn't they? Of course they fucking did. And for the next thing I don't really care about are the FNAF movies. This is going to be a very unpopular opinion with the FNAF fandom, but the FNAF movies are shit. Well, the first one's actually not that bad. It's the second one I'm more on about. But before I get into the movies, the FNAF fandom glazes the second one like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Especially one FNAF fan channel I don't want to name. All the second film is Keyjang like, hey, do you get this reference? Do you get that reference? Oh, do you see this animatronic from a certain game? Like, Jesus Christ, Scott, think of a fucking story. And I bet the reason why the second one was so shit is because there was no one to clean up the script, unlike the first one. And this is why I really hope the third one does have someone to clean up the script for Scott, because I don't need another film of Keyjang like, hey, recognize this thing? You have to like this movie now. But anyways, I want to move on to the next thing I don't really care about. Well, it's more like 2 things. I just want to put them into one category because they're made by the same person. So the next 2 things I don't really care about are Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss. And the reason I don't really care about them is because they're both shit. And however the conversations in the show are literally like, hey, you want to go down to the Tesco's down the fucking road? Yeah, I want to go to the Tesco's down the fucking road. And rinse and repeat. So if you haven't catched on in this video yet, I don't really like these shows or I think they're overrated. Please let me know down in the comments of things you don't really care about. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later. Well, before I get on criticising this show, Digital Circus, let me give one positive about this show. I think most of the voices actually do well with what they got. Well, except for that one stream, Michael. We're all thinking the same question, how delusional can a fandom be? Like, we all can't be praising one of the most shittiest horror films of all time, so how delusional is too delusional for a fandom? What if they think that these movies are the greatest thing of all time, and Security Breach is a bad game? At what point does a fandom's ignorance become, oh, it's just a fandom being a fandom, into, oh yeah, you're delusional? I asked myself this because there's a FNAF YouTube channel that seems to be normal, but when you look at their community posts, it's one of the prime examples to show how delusional the FNAF fandom can be sometimes. Because some of their posts include fake posters of calling it the best horror film of all time, and also it's for the fans is pure cope. You might as well call these movies It's for the Fans, the movie 1 and 2, because they are disappointments but somehow keep the fandom happy, and make millions at the box office.
Ooh, you see that big red button up there? You should totally press it. Come on, guys. You can press it, right? Press the goddamn button!